go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
ETN up the middle. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4.
Let's go now. Mike, ready.
Here's Milton. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
They'll go with a keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. On 4th down, Milton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Kill. Turn up.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll try the left side. Clark. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Here's Milton now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
19.
To throw, it's Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown, Saints! From 3 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But they decided they wanted to kick. They would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. Trick smash.
They'll start this drive out on the goal line. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
The Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go! 19.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Now McCarthy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball. And broke the play up.
Ready, get.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go now.
Running out of the gun with ETN. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Milton. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Milton. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clark. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
It's a gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Clark. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
20! For touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison.
49 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Trey Palmer on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 35, here's the 2nd down and 6.
19,000.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Milton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go.
To throw is Milton.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Milton. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Looking to throw. Milton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Trey Palmer.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
So the celebration in the end do have an injured player. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Up the middle they go. Clark.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Track and 60. Ready? Head to 60. Head to 60. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready? Go. Motion, motion, motion. Ready?
To the air with McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
45-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Go.
On first down, Clark. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Warrior 70. Take. Cougar 19.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Viking 18.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A try here for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Okay,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go. Stack. Ready.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Milton. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that's kind of one of those we saw developing and had interception written on it from the second that ball left his hand.
And if you're going to throw a floater like that, it really only works if you're leading a tight end on a flag route or something to the corner of the end zone. If you're going to throw a ball like that to the sideline, you're just giving the defender way too much time to make a read on it, step in, and make the play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Over the middle, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Streak, 70, Timberwolf. Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clark. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
19, Tiger, 19, Buffalo 18.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Motion, chase deep.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Back to throw. Milton. He's going to float this over the middle deep.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw again.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McCarthy. They'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Back to throw. Milton. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
19.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking home.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Already apparent 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
19 right.
Operating from the gun, Milton. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Milton.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devon Bailey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
60 Bison. Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
The middle they go. It's Clark.
A good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
The line of scrimmage.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60.
2nd and 11. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, Clark. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Santos. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 24-all. And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
To throw, it's Milton. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 46 yards.
A gain of 46 yards on the play.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up first and 10.
Come on. Hey, 70, let's go.
They'll run with Devin Neal, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. Now Milton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
Your partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out and needing a touchdown to tie things up, they can run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
A gain of 9.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Hold it ready. Here we go. Set. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
Here's Milton now to throw. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. Coup now for the point after.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. Now McCarthy. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he rifles one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Down 6 here in the playoffs. They still have a chance, but they need a touchdown before overtime runs out as they work on second down now. Throwing again, McCarthy.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Keon White.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Playoff lives on the line. 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out